It is me, it is I, it is she, it is her, it is thee, it is who. It is Rosie Rosette 2020 PAL. Okay, listen, you guys. I got a booster shot today and I'm starting to feel it. Oh yes, it's starting to kick in. It's starting to feel sore and I'm starting to feel it. Okay, so if I, you know, if my face goes like this, or if I turn bright green or something like that, listen, it is what it is. Okay, if I don't know if a Martian comes to get me through the window. Hey, okay, it is what it is. So I got the booster. I don't know what's next. I don't know what's the next booster. I don't know what's the next variant. Anyway, oh, okay. So let's get on to the subject hand that was in the title. Okay, so Storm Monroe is Tasha K's mentee. All right, Storm Monroe is Tasha K's mentee. Okay, so you heard about the video I did about Tasha, Storm, Vaughn, Latoya, Ali, what's her name, Chelsea, all that. I specifically said, I'm like, the only person to blame here is Tasha. She's the head, is in charge, and she's the one who should be blamed. Okay. Now, the fact that Tasha asked this stranger that she don't even know to live with her, live with Storm. You have an empty house or whatever. Now, see, I don't know. I don't understand because Tasha said that the house was going to be empty, but then Storm said that while they were living there, Chelsea and Vaughn would argue. So I'm confused because how is it that he had a place that he was living at and that house was empty and yeah, excuse me, and if he was living at the new place, how did him and Vaughn become good friends to the point where him or Vaughn, Storm, and Chelsea were kicking it? And he said it on the thing today that they like to argue a lot. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. But how are you kicking it with them if you're at the new place? And that, as per Tasha K, she said that, Storm said that fine, he can live there, but when I have to give the place up, because I guess there was a 2 month innuendo or whatever, he has to go. Okay? Someone is lying. Something's going on. Something is going on. Okay? Tasha's a liar. I don't know if Storm's a liar, but you know what? It is what it is. Because on her, when she was trying to co-sign all this, I was like, well, is Storm gay? Well, it was just a lot of leaks. So, okay. So you guys got that video, right? So today we find out that Storm had his car stolen. He had a blue Charger. It was nice. His Charger was nice. He showed us. You see what I'm saying? He showed us, when he got it or whatever. I think there was a video with him with his Charger. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Big mistake. Big mistake. Okay, but we'll get back to that. So, now, I'm looking at the video or whatever, and he's like, you want anybody? He said, yeah, I got my charger stolen, and people in the comments, they were like, oh, well, are you going to want it back or whatever? He was like, no, I'm not going to want it back. And then they were like, oh, well, what are you going to get? And he's like, oh, and I'm telling you guys, no, you're not getting that out of me. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, that's what you shouldn't tell people what you're driving or whatever. So anyway, I mean, if it's just like, a silver Honda Accord, okay, that's fine. But a blue Charger, and his was nice. Actually, Storm is making some good money because he said it was paid off. Okay. All right. Okay. So he said it was paid off, and he says he wasn't going to tell us. He didn't want the car back. He told us what what he was going to do. He doesn't want the car back, and he doesn't want a new car note or whatever. That makes sense or whatever. Okay, moving on. So some old lady, and he said, okay, I'm gonna bring, he said what he had to say, and then he was going to Patreon, or he had to look at Portia's TV show or something like that, and then he was going to come back to us. Okay, so a viewer came on. He said 1 minute. He was like, this is going to be the last person or the last two people, whatever, 1 minute or whatever. Well, some lady came on, and she was just like, da, 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 da. Now, I always say, look in the comments. And I can't say that now because now one of my subs who, was giving me a lot of information about alcohol, she disappeared. She disappeared. Like her channel's down or whatever. So I don't know, whatever, but always look in the comments, always read in the comments what people say, because people don't comment on my videos. But only Kevin Samuels and Alpo. Those are the only two people I get comments in. Kevin Samuels. I gotta make another video on Kevin because oh honey, his subs, they be going at it. I just love it. Fuck you, mama, daddy. Anyway, so this lady was like something to the fact of, the lady who was talking, she was like, she shouldn't have did that, and something is going on with Storm, and I think the she is Tasha K. Now, Tasha K will smooth something over until it hits the fan. The same thing happened with Lovely T, because it was to the point where the lady was talking, and then Storm said, hold on. Storm went and got, he got like a, I guess, what's the thing where you ward off evilness or whatever? And I was just like, really? Okay. Cur has been found. All right, so I'm telling you, I was just like, oh, I have to, oh, darn it. See, he's like spraying that stuff, I guess. What is that, to get the evilness away or whatever? Oh, darn it. Let me see if I can. See. Oh, you know what? I think he chopped that off. That part. Okay, I think he chopped that part off. Where the lady was talking about, oh, you know what? It's she was alluding to, oh, you know what? Be careful about she and what she did. And then, Storm was like, you know what? I don't want to talk about it on here. Email me and, whatever. And then she was just like, but what about she and her and what they did? And, that was wrong. And then people were saying in the comments, they were like, Vaughn allegedly, they didn't say allegedly, they said Vaughn stole the car. But there was something, they kept saying she, and I was like, who is she? I'm like, wait, what did I miss? Something is going on with Storm, and I think something is going on with him and Tasha K, because he was like, you know what? Something like to the point of new beginning, I can't, deal with that type of mess or whatever. Something is going on. Something is going on. And if something is really going on, it's Tasha K's fault. And you guys know I got love for Tasha K. But when you step over the line, for one thing, it's one thing that you let people that you don't know in your house. But then when you start asking your mentees, can they move in with you because blah, blah, blah. No. That is just completely wrong. Now, something that they had stole this man's car, something is brewing And I wish they had that part, but I think he cut it out. I honestly think that that portion of the thing, because she was talking too much and he couldn't shut her up. And I don't know, because the entire part of when he started to take callers, it's not on here anymore. So something happened. I'm telling you, he cut that portion out. Something is brewing. And I think that's the reason why his car. Oh, I know. I remember now. They were saying that she told people where his address. I don't know who she is. I don't know. I don't know if it's Tasha K. I don't know if it's Chelsea. I don't know if it's Latoya. Somebody leaked Storm Monroe's address or where he lives exactly. Now, I remember Tasha K was saying, Storm used to live down the street from me, and now he's moved to Atlanta, okay, in the city. I don't know if she said, in the building in Buckhead or, wherever, or wherever people are, downtown Atlanta. I'm not exactly sure, but I do remember Storm when he moved in. He was like, um, I had to get away from the burbs. Or did he say he had to get away from the burbs? Or he was just saying that he moved and he could see somebody, out of the corner of his window or something like that. Now, did he say he moved to Atlanta? I can't remember. But I do remember Tasha K saying that he used to live down the street from her and that he's moved to the burbs. Listen, you can't let people, I've noticed that. And I got a little raggedy apartment, but I've noticed you can't let that many people around you, especially like, and I hate to say it, if you don't have something on them that that they won't do nothing to you, because if they do, they know that you will spill it on them. It's almost to the point, to that point. I mean, people are so shisty. I'm not saying Tasha K, Chelsea, or Latoya, or whoever else she is who leaked his address, but you just have to be careful. And even though I stay in hostels, it's almost like a code. We're all staying in hostels, and we can only do so much because it's just you don't touch my stuff, I don't steal your stuff, like you have to respect everyone. But other than that, I just and I've traveled with girls that I just met when we got to the hotel, but and we just that trust, we build up the trust, but people have sticky hands. I've also met girls where I left the hotel, they left on, home. Some of my stuff was missing. I think this bio oil. It's to the point where that funeral I went to in Oakland, I was like, you know what? I don't want to wear nothing flashy, no rings, no nothing, no designer bags or anything like that. Just let me just be plain Jane, even though I was cute. But let me just be plain Jane. And so if I get, jumped or robbed or whatever, they can't take nothing. You see, like, I so I'm back to the point where his charger, he's young. You want to be excited. You're making good money. You can pay off the charger in hand or whatever. And, you want to show the world. Yeah, that's not a good idea. That's not, you can't do that anymore. And now he's learned. And see, it's good to learn these lessons while you're young. Because if you're learning them at my age, it's too late. Well, it's never too late, but still. So now, whatever type of car that Storm is driving, we won't know. And that's how it should be. Now, my neighbors know what kind of car I drive or whatever. But y'all don't know what kind of car I drive. You don't. I don't even tell my good friends what kind of car. People just get too jealous. I remember this was like 25 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. I'll say 23. My best friend, I had got, it wasn't even a new Honda Civic, it wasn't even a Accord. And the girl, she was my girl, my good Judy. She was like, "Oh, you got a new car?" Oh, yeah, she had an attitude. It's a Honda Civic. It was new and it was cute. I think, was it hatchback? I don't know if it was hatchback, but it had the sunroof. It was cute. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really into cars back then, but okay. But it was a Honda. It was cute. It was cute. Now in school, this girl was getting married. I picked out her venue. Told her about the venue. We was talking about a wedding, whatever. This heifer found out I had a band. I didn't, after that, I wasn't invited to the wedding. No, did you hear? I picked out the venue. We all went out to lunch at this cheap restaurant. I gotta go back up there when I'm up there. I mean, like, it was cheap. I think the lunches, they had lunch special for 564 or something like that. For 4 people, that's $20. It's not like you have to, buy drinks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we all drink tea. You know what I'm saying? You got a 3 course meal. I think we had got our financial aid checks or whatever. Okay, whatever. Come on. So I did it once. One person did it. That's $20. 20. Each time or whatever. That's no big deal. That heifer did not invite me to her wedding. She invited this girl, and she was telling me about a wedding. I was just like, I said, "Oh, you went to a wedding?" She was like, "Yeah." Oh, okay. See what I get this smile or whatever. Oh, okay. Oh, so she got invited to her wedding. Oh, okay. What can I do? What do you? The hate is real. The hate is real. I have an abundance of stories like that. But okay, going back to Storm, you got to be careful. I keep saying this. You got to be careful who you let in your house. You got to be careful who you tell your business to. You have to be careful. God, I was thinking about this the other day. You have to be careful of who you share your wins with. Now, Storm, you're a nice, wholesome, educated young man. You seem to you're not a thug. You know what I'm saying? You have 2 masters. You speak articulately. You see what I'm saying? You're not on paper. I don't think. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't care who in the future asks you to let some ex-convict that's on house arrest move in with you. I don't care who it could be. Jesus Christ himself. Say no. Say no. Say no to any ex-convicts that is on house arrest, any drug crackhead, addicted motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that got tons of women or men running in and out. No. No. Anyone who likes to steal. No. One sister stole T-shirt when I told you when my son at Tommy Hilfiger went to, that's he only spent a night over her house once in his entire life compared to all the times I took care of her daughter. But okay, one time my son went over to my sister's house once. One time. Had a Tommy Hilfiger. He didn't come back with it. You don't ever have to worry about coming to my house again. Oh, why can I come to your house? Mm-mm. Nope. You got sticky fingers. You can't. I can't deal with you. I can't deal with you. And 20 years ago, well, when my son was first born, I think I was going through a situation, whatever. But Christmas Eve, me and my other sister, my middle sister, we went out to the club downtown in San Francisco. It was closed by the time we got there. Anyway, um, came back I think I had 30, 40, but it was like my last 30, 40 gone. My sister, her mama, and her friend was there. Yeah, I don't care. I just, I can't deal with people who steal from me. I just can't. You got sticky fingers, you can't. I don't trust you. I don't care what type of position you have in life. You steal, you steal from people out of people's houses or whatever. Now, you ain't got to worry about me. Like, I'm not talking girlfriend, boyfriend. You take stuff or whatever. I'm talking about you see a pair of shoes. I told you about my cousin who wanted those shoes, whatever, and was mad because I didn't give it to her. I don't have to give you my shoes. You go to start get your own shoes. But if you take something out of my house and I got too much, that a woman would want too many shoes, too many. It was one thing. It was I lived in Vegas, and this girl, she was the girl in Vegas. She roomed with me because I had a 3 bedroom, right? It was just me and my son, so I had a 3 bedrooms, and we were working at a law firm at the Howard Hughes Suite, right across from the Encore. I saw that being built. Anyway, um, she was a roommate for a while until I figured out her story. She got kicked out of her. It was crazy. The girl who I was rooming with, she started sleeping with her. I think it's her sister's baby daddy. I think that's how, it was something crazy. I was like, oh no. And then she came or whatever. And then the room that I had, that was just like one of my closets. I had clothes, she folded it all because it was just, but she folded. I had clothes almost up to the ceiling because she folded all. It was on the dresser or on the floor. So I don't know. Anyway, she was like, "Girl, you ain't worried about me, wearing your clothes." I said, "No, because we're not the same size." She was like a size two, 2 or 4, and I think I was a size 10. 8'10". She was like a 2'4". There's no, I mean, she was, like taller, very slim. So I didn't have to worry about her, stealing none of my stuff or whatever. But the only thing is that I had took a trip to Tulsa, and I know she had motherfuckers in her, but I think I kicked her out before I left. I think I kicked her out before because I didn't want her in my house during that time. So anyway, uh, I think I did. Or right after I came back. But anyway, yeah, it was all bad. It was all bad. Don't let people in your house. Especially I mean, times are different. I remember my grandmother's house in San Francisco. She left her door open all day. I mean, we would literally run in and out. My other grandmothers that lived like 5 minutes away from her, they left their door open all day and then at night, they locked it or whatever. But times are just different, and people are stealing and looting. I mean, they've always had burglaries, whatever, but people are jealous. And Storm, you're popular, you're successful. You've Tasha has helped you build a platform where you're making money. Like, again, your chargers is paid off. Now, I just don't understand. And you were being nice. You're naive. Why would Tasha ask you to house an ex-convict that has an ankle bracelet? I don't know. Now, if she, okay, so if Vaughn didn't work out with Chelsea, see, something ain't right. If he wasn't paying rent to Chelsea, what makes you think did he pay for Storm? See, something ain't right. Mm-mm. Nah, 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 nah. Now, am I perfect? No. Now, you know, have I ever taken some things from an ex-boyfriend that did some stuff to me? You know, but as far as my girls, you see what I'm saying? I ain't never been jealous of what somebody had. Like all of my friends, all of my family, basically everyone has homes and nice cars and everything. I am not envious nor jealous. Do I want a house? Yes, but I ain't gonna go to nobody's house and steal. I'm not gonna take something over off of a child's back like my sister did. I'm not doing that. I'm just not do. I got too much. Listen, I don't even want to go to nobody's house to eat. I got my refrigerator is so full of food. My son's like, please don't cook anymore. He has to beg me not to cook. He's like, Mom, can we just eat what we have before you cook something else? Because cooked a big old pot of spaghetti. I took half of it to the Mario's thing or whatever. But I can't. You can't do that. You can't. You're successful and upcoming, and you got a nice charger, whatever. You rent this big house or whatever, and it's nice to be nice, but you can't let an ex convict who's straight out of jail with a bracelet anklet who ain't paying bills at the girl's ex house and then the ex house, Latoya, she done told you about whatever, and then that he got his car repo. Come on now. No. And I just can't believe that Tasha would let this person in her house and then, you know, co sign the fact that he's dating her staff member and then put him off on another staff member. That's just Tasha, you kind of slow, allegedly. Something, you know what? This is part two on my behalf. But you know what? I can tell that there's a lot more to the story that we don't know. But guess what? It's about to all unfold. Somebody about to spill it because Storm has cut off a part of that live that lady was talking too much and he was like up like no 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 no, and in the chat he's cut that off, that portion of the video, that's off. So something is brewing, something went down because he's like, I don't even want to talk about, I don't want to talk about them, I don't I want to talk about it, I want to talk about it, whatever. So something went. And is he still, is he still unfollowed to Tasha? Is Tasha still unfollowed to them? Because no one answered that question when again, when I stated that under her video, no one said anything. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.